Hey, you're back, and so am I. Let's try to get, I want to get through this as fast as possible. It's so hard to do this quickly, but I do the best I can. Again, recording from home, it's not ideal, blah, blah, blah. You know how I feel about this. This is tough stuff for sure. I'm sorry this is so blurry. It didn't print very well, and there we go. That's a little bit better. So, real quick. We have now finished that first chunk of Unit 4. Remember I said Unit 4 is broken into like 2 sections or 2 chunks. It's like Section 1 and Section 2. And for right now, my goal was just to get through Unit 4, Section 1 for this quarter of math, and we did it. So we hit the target. Good job to you. And I want to do a little bit of a review, because you have an assessment coming up. It's called Quiz 4-2. So should you take notes? You already know the answer. Yes, you should take notes. This is a wonderful review for the quiz that you'll be taking tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Just some review notes. Again, I can only suggest that you write this stuff down in your notebook. Or maybe as I'm going through, make sure you've got this in your notebook. You don't have to necessarily write it twice if you already have it. All right, I can write linear equations if you're given all these different things. In other words, we have worked with linear equations, holy moly, for weeks now. So the question is, can you get a linear equation in this form if you are given this information, or if you're given this information, or if you're only given this information, all right? That's what we're asking here. So this is called slope-intercept form, and it is always the goal. We're always trying to work our way to this form, and that'll be true on your quiz tomorrow as well. This will be the ultimate goal. So if they give you a slope of 1/3 and a y-intercept of 5, can you get those numbers in the right position here? Well, slope is represented by the letter M, y-intercept is represented by the letter B. Holy moly, this is super simple. Instead of M, you put in your slope. There's your x. And instead of plus or minus B, you put in your y-intercept here, which they're showing is -5. That's it. You're done. All you did was plug in the M and the B. That's it. You plugged a number in here, and you plugged a number in here. So simple. It really doesn't get any easier than that, does it? Okay, what if they start you out with standard form? Remember standard form, AX plus BY equals C. It really should be plus or minus BY. So you've got your X term, you've got your Y term, and then you've got what they call your C term out there. So basically what they're having you do here is rearrange this. Remember, you need to solve for Y. You want to get Y to be alone and happy. So let me rewrite the equation over here, and we're going to walk through this. If you're trying to isolate Y, first thing that has to move is the 4X. So you subtract the 4x, which leaves you over here on this side, then you have a -2y. Now when you subtract 4x from the left, it goes away. And when you subtract 4x from the right, you need to put it on the other side of the equal sign. So here it comes, -4x. See, there it is. And then you have to remember you still have a plus 14. So we just took this 4x and subtracted it from both sides, and we snuck it in right there. And here it sits. Now, back to this. We need to isolate y, or solve for y. So that means every single piece gets divided by a -2, a -2, and a -2. So those cancel. And y equals 2x, because a negative divided by negative makes positive. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And it would be a -7. Because a 14 divided by -2 is -7. So here's your final answer. Y equals mx plus or minus b. Slope is 2, intercept is -7. Rearranging standard form. What if they show you a graph? Well, you have to have the y-intercept and another point. Because from this graph, you need the slope and you need the y-intercept. Y-intercept is easy. Well, it might be difficult for you to see here, but it actually is down here at -1. That's where it crosses through the y-axis. And for the slope, it's rise and run. So I can tell you that that is a negative sloping line. My slope is going to have a negative fraction. Now, rise and run. Difficult for you to see, but it's down 1, down 2. So that's your -2. And now I have to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. That's +5. So my slope is -2/5 and my intercept is -1. That's everything I need. There it is, y equals -2/5 x minus 1. Okay? Good. What if they give you a point and the slope? Well, that's point-slope form. Just like that. So remember when we did this form, you're plugging a number in here, you're plugging a number in here, and you're plugging a number in here. And don't forget, subtracting negatives can get tricky. So if you have a negative value in your ordered pair, you better be careful. Okay, they're telling us our slope is -3, and this is my x1, and this is my y1. I have all the numbers I need. I just got to get them in here, and then I have to do the math, right? Y minus 3 equals my slope, which is -3, parenthesis x minus -1. Minus -1 is really +1. Now, distributive property. You distribute that -3 to both of the terms in parentheses. Right? And solve for y. So add 3 here, add 3 there. You can show the 0 or you don't have to. I don't care. Either way, I'm happy. So our slope is -3 and the y-intercept is 0. What if they give you only 2 points? Well, you have to find the slope first, and then you pick one of the ordered pairs as your x1, y1. I'm going to choose this one. Now, I'm going to find slope my way. If you want to set up subtraction problems for the y's on top and subtraction problem for the x's on bottom, knock yourself out. I'm going to use my method. How do you get from a -7 down to a -13? You take away 6. How do you get from a -4 all the way up to a +8? You add 12. That can be simplified, and it should be simplified to -1/2. My slope is -1/2. I'm going to use this as my x1, y1, and now I'm going to start with point-slope form. Y minus y1, which is -7, so +7, equals the slope. X minus -4 becomes +4. Distribute. -1/2 times 4 is -2. Isolate y by subtracting 7. There you go. Y equals -1/2 x minus 9. Y equals mx plus or minus b. Our slope is -1/2. My intercept is -9. Okay? So now for your assignment today, you're going to see that I'm giving you 12 practice problems. Yup. This is all meant to be a review for your quiz tomorrow, where you're going to see problems just like this. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. I hope it's helped you kind of beef up your notes a little bit for algebra class. And of course, if you take these notes, you're welcome to use them when you take your quiz. All right? Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have questions. As always, we can certainly set up a Google Meet, not a problem. I will see you soon. Well, virtually. Take care. Bye-bye.